Authorities are considering shutting down a popular destination for adventurers. It's a cave which has now been declared a public hazard after a young father died inside.
John Jones became stuck in that hole inside the cave.
This week, a 26-year-old father went on what was supposed to be a day trip into the Nutty Putty Cave in Utah County. Tragically, that journey ended up being his last.
What's the worst way you can imagine dying? Drowning? Suffocating? Being slowly crushed in total darkness? Now, imagine all of that, happening hundreds of feet underground, where no one can hear you scream, and rescue is almost impossible. Today, we're diving into the darkest depths of cave exploration, and the horrifying, body-twisting ways people have met their end beneath the earth. These are stories that will make you never look at a cave the same way again. Story 1, 2009, Nutty Putty Cave, Utah. It was November 24th, 2009. John Edward Jones, a 26-year-old medical student, decided to go cave crawling with friends in the infamous Nutty Putty Cave. John was adventurous, confident, and determined to squeeze through a narrow passage called the Birth Canal. But he took a wrong turn and ended up in a space nicknamed the Ed's Push, a brutally tight, dead-end crawl space. He wriggled deeper, chest pressed against stone, arms pinned to his side, only his toes scraping the floor to push him forward. And then he slipped. John was stuck, completely upside down. Blood began rushing to his head. His lungs struggled to expand. Rescuers tried ropes, pulleys, and drills, but every attempt only pushed him further into the rock. For over 27 hours, he hung there, screaming, whispering prayers, and slowly suffocating as his organs collapsed under the pressure of being inverted. Finally, silence. John died in the pitch-black gut of Nutty Putty Cave. His body was never recovered. The cave was permanently sealed, his tomb forever. Story 2, 1967, Mossdale Caverns, England. Fast forward to June 1967. A group of 6 young cavers entered Mossdale Caverns, one of the most dangerous cave systems in the UK. Known for its tight passages and underground rivers, it was a place where even veteran cavers hesitated. That day, the weather turned. A sudden storm sent torrents of water into the caverns. Deep inside, the 6 explorers were trapped as the passages flooded. Imagine it. Water rising, headlamps flickering, the roar of an underground river swallowing the sound of your own breath. They tried to claw their way back, but the tunnels filled too fast. One by one, they drowned, suffocated by water in pitch darkness, their bodies washed deep into the cave's veins. Rescue crews later found them, twisted, cold, and lifeless in narrow, waterlogged passages. The site was so dangerous that their remains were never removed. Mossdale became not just a cave, but a crypt. Story 3, 1925, Floyd Collins, Kentucky. This one is almost legend. In January 1925, Floyd Collins, a skilled caver, ventured into Sand Cave in Kentucky. He was searching for a new entrance that could turn into a tourist attraction. But just 55 feet inside, a boulder shifted and pinned his leg. Floyd was trapped. His cries echoed through the cave until locals rushed in. Soon, hundreds gathered outside, reporters, townsfolk, even vendors selling hot dogs as if it were a carnival. For days, rescuers tried to free him, feeding him food and water through a tube, but the rock refused to budge. Then, collapse. The tunnel sealed around him. Floyd was left to slowly die, alone, entombed in suffocating blackness. Newspapers called it the greatest cave tragedy in history. To this day, people say if you stand outside Sand Cave at night, you can still hear his faint cries for help. Story 4, 2018, Tham Luang Cave, Thailand, the untold tragedy. You've probably heard of the Thai soccer team trapped in Tham Luang Cave, but here's the darker side most people never mention. Amid the heroic rescue, there was one casualty, Saman Kunan, a former Thai Navy SEAL. On July 6, 2018, while delivering oxygen tanks deep inside the flooded passages, he lost consciousness. Picture this: cold water up to your neck, twisting narrow passages, the crushing weight of rock above. His tank ran low, and in the tightest crawl space, he blacked out. Other divers found him too late. Saman gave his life so others could live. And though the boys were saved, the cave demanded its price. These aren't just accidents. They're reminders of how fragile we are when we face the Earth's hidden underworld. Caves don't forgive mistakes. They don't bend for bravery. They consume. So the next time you see a dark opening in the ground and wonder what's inside, remember these names, these screams, these final breaths. If you want more chilling, real-life stories like these, make sure you hit subscribe, drop a comment, and tell me, would you ever dare step into a cave after hearing this?